Hello, my name is Lily Anderson, and today I will be talking to you about animal testing. I will give you the good side and the bad side of it, but I will not tell you where I fall on it. Many companies test on animals for their products for the purpose of mankind. They want to make sure that their products are safe for humans to use and that we will not have bad reactions to it or end up suing, because if we do have bad reactions, we'll end up suing the company. Some companies that use animal testing are 3M, Unilever, Estee Lauder, Revlon, and Johnson & Johnson. The main industry to use animal testing is the cosmetic industry. It's more common. My main points today will be the history and a little background on animal testing, the pros and cons of animal testing, and how animal testing is today. For history, another name for animal testing is animal experimentation. It dates back to the 4th and 3rd centuries BC in early writings by the Greeks. Aristotle and Erystratus were the first to perform experiments on living animals. An Arabic physician in the 12th century introduced animal testing as an experimental method of testing surgical procedures before performing them on humans. So now for some pros about animal testing. Animal testing aids in finding drugs and treatments to improve health and medicine. That is the ultimate pro of animal testing. It is acceptable, but it must be humane. Back in the day, it was not very humane at all. They just did whatever. They did not take many safety precautions or health precautions or anything like that. Today, it is much better than it was before, so it's much more humane. Without animal testing, we wouldn't have the cures for different diseases that we do have today. Treatments that have been developed have saved lives through animal testing. Cancer and HIV illnesses are a few that have been made treatable because of animal testing. There are certain animals dedicated to science, such as lab rats, mice, and dogs, but there are use of cats and pigs and cows, mainly lab rats, mice, and dogs. Animals and humans do share a similar DNA makeup, though, so that is another reason why they choose to use animals. The cons of animal testing. It's a cruel way of trying to find results that may not always be trustworthy. Humans may be a more reliable source to test on because humans and animals are different. There is an Animal Welfare Act. It was signed in 1955, and it was signed to protect certain animals from animal cruelty. However, animals that are used for testing are not covered in this act. There can be misleading research because, like anything, every animal reacts differently, so there will be outliers. Some tests do not have a purpose in the end. Some products that are tested on animals never satisfy the requirements needed in order to be released to the public. So they can get through, do all of their tests on an animal, and be rejected by the FDA, and then they have to start over, which happens with everything, especially when it comes to research. Animal testing is not free. There will be money needed for food and housing and other treatments if there are needed, and it's not free. Animal testing today, it's still used, and many people are trying to fight it. The big topic that people are fighting is using animals for testing cosmetics. A few countries have already banned it, though, such as Europe and India. Now the United States is seeking a federal ban. States are hoping to push for a prohibition, so according to USA Today. Many people are saying that animal testing is necessary to test medications and vaccines, but not makeup. People believe that it is not humane to place an innocent animal in that position. The reason to fight for animals is valid when it comes to cosmetics. According to the FDA, Animal testing by manufacturers seeking to market new products may be used to establish product safety, which means they can do it up to a certain amount. It just must be humane. Any sort of testing must be humane. Animal testing has been around for centuries. It is becoming more and more humane. There will always be people who do not agree with it and people who do agree with it. Animal testing is a very controversial topic, but it needs to be discussed. If you or someone you know do not agree with animal testing and want to use items that are not tested on animals, you can. There are plenty of companies such as Clearwater Botanicals, Coconut Health and Healing, and Elf Cosmetics. And if you are looking for more, you can go on PETA and you will find many of them. No matter what, there will always be someone who will challenge your schema, and I encourage you to be open to that. I hope you learned a little bit more about animal testing today. Thank you.